Evening YouTubers. So what have we got here? Well, it's certainly not my normal desktop. As you know, normal desktop includes i3, perhaps KDE, and is on Debian. What I have here is Ubuntu desktop, Unity 7, not using Unity 8, which is meant to be the up-and-coming replacement desktop for cross-platform purposes on the Ubuntu platform. Cross-platform Ubuntu platform. Take that as you will, hardware versus software. Anyway, so I'm going to take you through a little bit of this and my experience thus far, give a little bit of feedback, and you can tell for yourself without having to download it, install it, or use a live disk whether it might be your cup of tea or not. So anyway, I'll start here. This is basically the main menu, if you would. I believe that you can actually move this down here. I haven't bothered to do so. Seems as convenient up there as down here or over there. I presume you can move it down here. I'm pretty sure you can move it to the right as well. Anyway, moving on. It used to be that they had these lenses that you would pass your data to. It seems this isn't the case anymore. But anyway, you can choose your applications there, and you can kind of see some of the things that I've been looking at. We'll get to that soon. I've installed MPV. Didn't come part of the default, but came as part of one of the applications I downloaded. We've got the document viewer here, and that's just simply going to be events. I'm 90% certain that that will be events. Okay, so I can just close that. You can even use this here. Look at that, towards the left-hand side. I think it kind of makes sense. In fact, this thing of having your window bar melded in with the panel, it kind of makes sense if you're a pointy clicky kind of user. I can see that working. Might as well actually, while we're at it, open one of the files. It's not in documents, it'll be in downloads. And you can see here I've been having a bit of a squiz at how to write end cursor stuff. But anyway, it seems to do the PDF job perfectly fine, but I won't bore you with that. MPV, as you know, there you go, good old MPV. You can drag and drop files on there to get it to play. You'll notice here that it's actually it's reasonably smooth. I'm using the open source drivers there, the ATI driver, if you would want to know. If you go under here in additional drivers, I was half suspecting that the proprietary driver from AMD would not be available, and that indeed is the case. You can go get some help there. We've got the videos here. Now this is a little bit of an issue. If we go over here and go add a local video, we'll go into our I assume it's in there. If you try and add this MP4, I've just transcoded one of my videos into MP4. I think we'll have an issue. And you look at that, it's going to try and do that. So we'll just let it do what it wants to do, but you can see here it's wanting to install what might freak some users out. You can have a look on the GStreamer site. There's nothing really to be freaked out about here with bad, set and bad this or whatever like that. You can just go install. We'll see if it decides to play dice. We'll put the temporary password in, and we'll see if it plays. There's one of the little catches for the beginning users. Let's see if that plays. Gonna play? No? Alright, so what we'll do is we'll try and play it again. And now it seems to be playing perfectly fine. So they're not that bad after all, are they, those codecs? Bad perhaps because they're proprietary. Now, what I should probably add is that if I'd gone in here, just the truth of it is that this will play them by default. and always did. I mean, I didn't tell you that before I installed the GStreamer stuff, but MPV, to the best of my knowledge, has nothing to do with GStreamer. Uses the it's a fork of M player, so therefore using the FFmpeg backend. So, but my personal pick on that is really use MPV. It's the simplest tool. Good old gedit there, but and we can just well, might open up some source that I've been working on. I've got what's this other locations? Oh, we'll just go up into my mount, get into the good old programming, and let's see if we can. I'm just working on a program at the moment, actually. It's not complete, so don't criticise yet. But let's just look at the header. So yeah, it opens up with that nice, nice syntax highlighting there. However, as per recent video, I don't do my code in gedit. I used to, but these days, good old-fashioned Vim for me. So I should be able to Vim. No. Vim Oh, and to go the whole hog there, and you can see that it's beautiful. Beautiful. So I installed that. It wasn't in there by default. So for the life of me, I still don't understand why it's not included by default. Honestly, it's a fantastic program. But as you can see, it's added swimmingpool.h there. So if I click on that, I think it's going to open it back up in gedit. Might be able to change that in some of the settings. So yeah, you got these applications. You also have, you can see all of them. You can see all of the applications that you've got installed there on the browser. Let's have a look at that and see what happens. Nothing real smart. Ubuntu web browser. I wonder what that is. I guess it uses that, I think, for small applications, but if I verifications and things like that. Let's have a look. If I go to see if it's any good. Let's go to was it free bunny video, buck bunny or whatever it is, Blender. This thing, and it seems to be playing no problem at all. Okay, fine. And so I'm not going to use this anymore. I don't have any use for it. It's a pretty minimalist beast, but you might want to have a bit of a play with that application. So yeah, you can see this little lens here. Got all the standard stuff in there. Firefox, good old Firefox. I like using Firefox, even though it's been having a few issues of late. I like to support the good old Firefox. A pretty new version there, made for Canonical. I know they love putting that stuff in, don't they? One thing that really always bugged me about them is, oh, look at that, the application browser closed. You know something? I'll show you something. Actually, I'll leave that to later. What we'll do is we'll just continue on with our merry way with the good old applications. Anything interesting here? Image magic, all to do with the image editing stuff, image manipulation stuff. And you have Thunderbird. Of course, it's called iStuff on Debian, but they managed to put it on here. as it is. You got the Ubuntu software, which I haven't been using it. I've been using apt-get, and just old habits die hard. But you could. Let's have a look at Chromium. Chromium web browser. Let's see if we got Chrome. No. So Chromium. What will I install? VLC. Got VLC on there. VLC. If we install VLC. Ooh. Snaps. Wow. I don't like this. This is the first time I've come across it. No wonder I use apt-get. I don't like this, personally. I just don't like it. I like to be able to go, let's just get that shenanigans out of the way. It's just another case of I don't like GUI stuff. I don't like snaps, which is not really a GUI thing. I know it has a purpose. I know that purpose doesn't suit me. Probably good if you want verified install stuff. But yeah, I just didn't think it had permeated all the way through there. But anyway, let's move on. So go back to the applications. So yeah, probably not going to use that if it's going to force me to use snaps, but you know, I'm ignorant, most likely. There could be some other reason for it. Dash plugins. One thing I wanted to show you is that people forget about actually is if you want to find all the shortcuts, you can look at that and you can see all these shortcuts. Could be quite useful. One thing I've noticed, by the way, I should tell you, is that I've had a couple of issues while waiting for VLC to install. I've had a couple of issues. One of them which I can... Oh, I don't want to do that. One of them I can actually show you. Pictures. Look at that. Sorry, Ubuntu 16.10 has experienced an internal error, blah blah blah. This is the sort of ongoing stuff that Ubuntu has been annoying me with every time I've installed it. I don't understand. Why is it having this sort of stuff? Could be some sort of minor thing, could be as something to do, but who knows? I mean, I could have shown the details, I guess, but why aren't they getting it right? Really annoying. So anyway, let's go back to here, and it looks like VLC has installed. So another thing, by the way, before we finish off with the error issues, every so often I get the volume coming up here, the speaker volume, or the microphone, the headset volume indicator coming up here for no apparent reason at all. Just comes up. Don't know why. So anyway, let's just try VLC. In fact, we should be able to find VLC in here now. And I won't allow that. Yeah. And we can just, we should, in principle, maybe I can find a video and just chuck it on there. And it plays. Plays in maximise mode. Funny that, huh? Anyway, it's just the way Ubuntu likes to do things. I'll quit that. So yeah. You can search for files and folders if you want to. There's you can see your actual files there if you want to take a look at them. I was just mucking around with this. One thing I was going to tell you, by the way, just as an aside, and I'll just pull it up. So every time, look at this, they change that. It's got to be the Ubuntu colours, doesn't it? But it goes on to things like Kubuntu as well. It's not just like it sticks with Ubuntu. I know, it would require a rebuild probably to have that come up a particular way. But just annoying that they customise it in the first place. I love how I love things when they default. I don't really like things being fiddled with. Yeah, it's their distribution, I guess, but it's just my pickiness, I guess. So yeah, you can look at the files and whatever. You can look at downloads, open. Yeah, there you go. One thing this doesn't do, by the way, is the good old F3. I keep on mentioning that. No F3, no splitting. Preferences. behavior. Yeah, just doesn't do it. So yeah, one of those miserable things that even Midnight Commander can do. Oh well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So basically, guys, you do get something that's reasonably stable, although I showed you that error before. I don't personally have a problem. Oh. There we go. Sorry, I just had a bit of a delay there. I was just hoping that the video was still recording. Yeah, I personally don't have a problem with it. Would I use it as my main distro? Not in hell, man. I just feel like I don't have enough control over this thing. I can change the background. Sure, I can change the background. There's some beautiful backgrounds, and you can see all that changes accordingly. It is, you know, but is it going to be my... I mean, it's an attractive desktop, don't get me wrong. It's going to suit the average person new from Windows. I'm pretty confident that it could, you know, slot in there as a suitable replacement. I don't like the orange colours onto various places, and that snap thing is annoying. Also, this, have an Amazon there. I mean, you know, I don't have a particular problem against Amazon personally. I don't like advertising in my stuff, you know, when I install something. I guess, you know, LFS user, Debian user, Gentoo user, you know, what am I to complain about? I can just do whatever I want. But for the, you know, I just don't like the advertising stuff. I guess you can just unlock from launcher. I wonder if you type it and search for Amazon. It's an application. Yeah, so it just goes back in there. So anyway, guys, you know, this has just been a bit of a look-see around, a bit of a casual look-see around. I've got some videos up and coming for the other Ubuntu-based distros, the other formal derivatives, if you will. You know, if you like this and you want to see more of it, please like this video and subscribe. If you've got any comments, positive or negative, please leave them in the comments section below. Look forward to hearing from you, and that'll be about it. Catch you later now.